a brand new day, and we'll be making history. Are you with me? Won't you stay? We have come so far. This is who we are. And like the rising sun, we have just begun to play our part. This is the time we form the chorus. Lift your voice for those before us. We can rely on one another. Feel the pride, let's show our colors. We are heroes and dreamers. We are restless believers.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is, wherever you are. This is Gail of Gaia, and this is Free Range, where we graze on wild ideas, and we have wonderful guests, and we also have wonderful products, and we're going to be talking about one today. And I would like to tell you a little bit about my guest. His name is Rodger Hill, and he's been an industry icon for the past 20 plus years. And Rodger's unique analytical and mathematical skills were first developed as he began his professional career as a space program analyst. From there, Rodger went on to work for the military at the Pentagon. So Rodger has quite a history. So let me bring him on.
Hey,
welcome.
Great to be with you today, Gail.
Oh, thank you. Well, you have a very interesting background, and you have a fascinating product. Which why don't you tell us about your company and how this all happened?
Thank you. Our company is called MoreMito, and we're a nutraceutical company. And we focus on improving health by increasing mitochondria. And let me explain what that is. Mitochondria is that component in your cells that actually produces energy. You know, and we all had a lot more of them when we were younger than we do now. And right, typically as you age, you lose them. By the time you get to be 80 or 90, you only have about 5 or 10% left. So my partner and I, Dr. Bevan Elliott, started working together back in summer of 2015. And he made what I look back on as a profound statement. He said, Rodger, everyone's health goes through their mitochondria. And what he wanted to do was to help more people die of old age as opposed to disease. So about 70% of people are dying of disease. So we started working together, and we evolved this really unique technology. But let me tell you a mitochondrial story first. Between the time you're a kid and the time you get really much older, you're losing mitochondria. Let's say you're someplace in the middle. Let's say you got 50% of your mitochondria left. So if you look at where mitochondria are concentrated, that would be in your major organs, you know, kidney, liver, and so forth. Here's where the highest concentrations of all are. They're in your heart, your brain, and your eyes. So imagine this. Imagine we just took half the power away from your heart. How's that giving you any more stamina, right? Imagine that we gave half the power to your brain. You know that supercomputer that you walk around with? How's that help you think any better? Probably doesn't, does it? And then what about your eyes? You know, that color vision you've got is really, really expensive. Is there any wonder that people tend not to see as well when they get older, when they have waning mitochondria in the eyes? You see, so what Dr. Elliott, my partner, wants to do is reverse that process. He wants to grow back your mitochondria, and in the process help you regain function, because so many things are no longer happening or happening as they did when you were younger, simply because you don't have the energy to make them happen the way you used to. And thanks to thousands of people in the United States and Canada and increasingly around the world, we're finding out how true that is. So Dr. Elliott created this new technology we have. It's called XDS. It stands for Exponential Delivery System. And with that, he can target literally every cell in your body, deliver what I call nutritional care packages deep into your cells and even deeper into your mitochondria, which, by the way, are thousands of times smaller than your cells are. You've got trillions of cells, and you have up to thousands of mitochondria in each one of those. So mitochondria are critically important. And and they do a lot of stuff. I mean, they're known most for their energy, but because they call them the powerhouse of the cell, right? But mitochondria are involved in basically every important cellular function throughout your body, you know, in addition to energy. And you can see that if you just look at mitochondrial DNA. As important as energy is, only a tiny fraction of mitochondrial DNA is actually involved in energy production. So what's the rest of it doing? It's helping run your body, right? When you think about every single function, keeping your blood pressure in range, your body temperature, all those kinds of things that you don't even think about, right? Under normal circumstances, anyway. So mitochondria are involved. They're involved in stem cells. You ever wonder how stem cells know where they're supposed to go to fix whatever it is they're supposed to fix? They're actually summoned by mitochondria, okay? All the way down to things like telling cells when it's time to be recycled. Imagine that didn't happen. Now you got these cells laying around, worn out, possibly polluting and creating toxins and whatnot because you don't have healthy mitochondria to send them away. All right, so Dr. Elliott has created a product line for us. It's called MoreMito, as an ultra mitochondria. And I'm going to talk a little bit about our product line. And Gail, if you'll let me display some things I've got set up.
Sure.
Let's see.
Just let me know.
Yeah, let me get to the I think I can do this. So I'm going to show folks and talk about want to talk about a couple of the products that we have. Okay. So the first one is called Restore. Now, Restore is an oil-based product. It's based on olive oil and black seed oil, and up to 44 other ingredients in it. And that product is designed to do what the name implies, which is restore your body. I'm putting up on the screen right now a PDF which you can find on our website. I'll stop on that and linger on that a little while longer. And by the way, are you seeing that, Gail? Are you seeing?
No, I'm not yet. I see the page with the audio files. I'm not seeing that right page yet.
Let me go over there, and there we go.
There we go.
And we'll approach it this way.
Do you want me to bring that on?
I have it. There you go.
Okay.
And I'll just make this full screen so I can see that. So that's my partner, Dr. Bevan Elliott. And you see Gail's site and whatnot here with us. You can go to that and navigate to the product page. Just click on People Health and you'll be right here. And the information about these products is in product details, which is here, and also down here where it says product details. I'll click this and I'll go to the first PDF.
Yeah, the list of the ingredients is quite amazing.
Yes.
Very powerful ingredients.
Yeah, here they all are here. But the real key to this, other people have access to these ingredients, even if they were clever enough to put them together the way Dr. Elliott does. The real difference is this XDS technology, which actually gets them into the cells and makes them work in ways that were previously unavailable. So you have basically Restore is what this product is called, which at its base, as you can see, has olive oil that's internationally sourced and then really amped up with this technology, along with a total of 44 ingredients altogether. Okay. And so Restore is our primary mitochondrial generator, but it has so many other things, because what we want to do is affect people both mentally, physically, and emotionally. So there are ingredients in here that this technology uses to get that done. Also in here, you'll hear the stories of a lot of people that you can click on that will tell you about their results after they started using our technology. Okay. So there's this one product. The other product is called Rejuvenate, I'm going to pull that document up. It rejuvenates a topical gel. You put it on your skin, and it's highly recommended for anything that affects your skin, hair, or scalp in an unwanted way. I mean, if it's a mold, a bug bite, a rash, if there's something on your skin that doesn't belong there, or if you're experiencing tingling or lack of feeling or aching in your hands or feet, your extremities, any of that, this product will become your go-to product if you try for those kinds of things.
Rodger, I might add something real quickly here, and then continue. But I had a rash, and I had an opportunity to use some of the product, and it cleared it up. It really did, and it is very energizing. I can say that also. So go ahead, go on.
Yes. So it's been an amazing product. I'll pause right here in this part. You see this gentleman here, this bald spot he had in his head? He called me up, and over the course of weeks, his hair this bald spot was closing over, as you can see. All right.
It's amazing.
And, truly, truly. And here's a young lady right here on the bottom. During her pregnancy, her hormones just went really crazy. And she started getting acne. She was growing hair on her chin. That was a sign that her testosterone was out of balance. And you see all the acne issues that she had. She called us back later and sent us these after pictures to see how she's just smoothed out, and her skin will get even better. It'll come all the way back to normal, okay? Because what we're doing here is the most fundamental thing. Grow back your mitochondria, so now your cells have the ability to execute these various functions at the cellular level properly with the right amount of energy. And then what we want to do is repair your cell wall so things can flow in and out of your cells. Olive oil plays a big part in that. There are components in there that are just perfect for helping repair cell walls. And then we want to detoxify the cells. So now you have cells that are very efficient, and it'll be able to take advantage of any other things that you're doing that's really good for your body, because the cells can make better utilization of them. So
it's really getting to the core of the energetics in the body so that the metabolism and so on works correctly.
Absolutely. Now, the results have been absolutely stunning that people have reported who've gotten on this. I'll let you hear from some of them. This is an archbishop in the Washington, D.C. area where I'm located. He had many years of diabetes and whatnot, damaged his eyes. Here's the report he gave us. Results of some of you is going to be stunning. Results of some of you is going to be stunning. It's just going to be stunning, like it was for Bishop McCall. Okay, Bishop, you're trying to tell me about your A1C.
Yes, I just gave my blood work on the 14th of this month, and I was stunned. Literally, that's the word that I could give. My A1C has not been this low in 25 to 30 years. Literally, even when I had gotten things down, they were. It was getting better, but I was down to like 7.8 or 7.9 previously. However, when the pandemic started, things crept back up to a little over 8. Typically, my A1C has been between 11 and 12. This morning, I found out that my A1C is down 6.5. And one of the nurse asked me, she says, well, what can I tell the doctors to attribute this to? And the only thing I could think of is door. That's the only variable that has changed in the last couple months with me. And it's not because I've been very disciplined with my eating. I'm definitely doing better than I have in some time, but it's not. I know it's not that. So I'm just flat out excited. I'm ready to tell Lottie, Dottie, and everybody this thing is working for me.
How many weeks into taking Restore were you at the point that you took the blood test?
Well, I've been on Restore now about 6 weeks, so I took the test last week, but I got the results this morning.
Right. So what I'm getting to is this. A1C is about a 3-month measurement done off your red blood cells. That's about how long it lasts. So if you're only 5 weeks in, okay, you have more benefits to come by far.
Absolutely. And this is astounding because I've done a number of things. I was on insulin 3 times a day prior to. I told my doctor that's never happening again. I'm not going back to the insulin because just this year they recommended to try to get back on insulin. I said that's not going to happen. I'm trusting God, and I'm appreciative of the XDS technology that is happening because it's almost miraculous to me, knowing my history. So I'm just flat out excited. Even with my eyesight, things are getting better, and most ophthalmologists have told me, and retina specialists, that they can't improve my eyesight, but they can medicate it to keep it from getting worse. But I have to say that things are improving. Not all the way there yet, but I'm getting there, and I'm happy about that. So I'm going to be ordering me the 3.0 this afternoon. I'm just excited.
So think about, again, all the things that I was alluding to earlier, your body does automatically. It's just that at certain points, because of lifestyle or maybe an accident or disease you might have come across, you reach a tipping point in your health where your body can't maintain that health again. And a lot of times it's due to resources, prominent among them being your energy level. So our approach, again, is not to try to cure any of those downstream diseases. Your body is way too good at it. And we just want to give it the resources and let it do the rest. And so from our perspective, it doesn't really matter what the issues are. Our focus, again, is let's make cells more efficient. Let's give your cells a tune-up. Let's make it work better, and then let it do what it's supposed to do. Now, another example would be this gentleman in California who was, due to high blood pressure and so forth, facing kidney failure and going into dialysis. Let me let you hear from him. So, Laurent, give me an update on where you work. Okay, we seem to have had a little bit of an issue with that. Let's see if refreshing this page helps. We'll try that again. So, Laurent, give me an update on where you were. I think this is like your second month. Now, we talked at the 1 month point, now at the 2 month point on Restore and Rejuvenate. Remind us of where you were, and then share with us what has changed.
Well, probably the first thing I want to do is think about how it took me from getting my arms back mapped out, and I was ready to get hooked up to the machines to do my filtration.
Dialysis.
The dialysis. I was down to 14 in my filtration rate, and they wanted to get me ready, mapped out so I could get on the dialysis. And that was when I first got onto Restore. And within that first month, I went from 14 up to a filtration rate of 30. And that was off of 1 bottle of the Restore. And since then, I've taken it. I'm on my 2nd bottle now, and I'm still staying at 30. I just went into the labs, so I'm still staying at my 30% filtration rate right now.
Your kidney condition was related to your diabetes. Remind me of how high it was before, and let us know what it is now.
On the A1C, I was fighting to keep it down to 14, and that was as low as I could ever get before. Since I've been on this, I've taken from 14 and down to 7, and I'll fluctuate around 7.2. But that's a whole lot better than 14, a whole lot better. One of the other big problems we have is getting old is, how do you say, crippling of the hands. And that's the big problem for me, because I need to use my hands to push those keys on the keyboard. So I've been using I think it's called Rejuvenate. And I put the cream on my hands, and then lets me have the use of my hands back. And I continue to use that. The more it hurts, the more it.
We lost the sound.
So what has happened with your energy level over this time? A lot of people who are diabetic, have kidney issues, are also low energy and lethargic. But has that changed for you, and if so, how much?
I think more so not the energy is just plain falling over. I was always losing my balance for things. So I would have probably 8 falls in a month's time. And since I've been taking this, I haven't had any falls. I just don't fall anymore. So it's like getting to learn how to walk all over again and learn how to stay straight. And I have a lot more energy to walk even further now. But the big thing is you can walk without falling or without staggering or in both to the left. You can go in a straight line.
So not having a fear of falling has made it easier for you to exercise, it sounds like.
Well, the falls are really critical for me, because the doctor told me, if you make one more fall, you're going to be quadriplegic. Just simple as that. One little fall and boom, you lose it. So I just didn't want to go there.
What have the doctors been saying about the progress you've been making?
They don't know what to say, so they just say, well, whatever you're doing, would you just keep doing that? So that's what I do.
All right. That sounds like pretty good advice. So your body's really, really intelligent. And it has not forgotten how to maintain you. It's just a matter of resources. Now, let me give you one more, Gail. The pandemic has put a lot of stress on people.
Oh my gosh, yes.
It's been so problematic. And so on this next interview, I want to touch on that. But the other thing I want you to pick up as a theme is that everybody has more than one thing going on. And your body is always trying to address all of them simultaneously. It's a terrific multitasking mechanism that it has, or set of mechanisms that it has. Now, in this case, this person had a real concern with stress, cooped up during the pandemic. But listen for other things that were affected as well. Can you think of anything else before I let you go?
Eyesight. So the quality of my vision is not constant. I wake up in the morning and my eyes feel dry, almost like there's something in them. And lately my eyesight just wasn't great. I'm like, oh, fantastic, right? But I really have my hands full right now. And then because I recently got back on it, I've been on it maybe for a week, I noticed yesterday I woke up and I could see right away. Like I didn't have to wake up, rub my eyes, clean my eyes. I could see. I was like, oh, good, my vision's back.
All right.
I don't wear glasses, but I don't know if it's manipulation or if I've got something going on, but the quality of my vision is not constant.
Eyes have a lot of mitochondria, more than anything. So it definitely correlates that your vision should respond as well.
Yes, and it is, and so I'm thrilled. And again, that's not initially why I was taking it. I'm an extreme extrovert. I love people. I'm very outgoing, and to have depression is just like to take away my personality.
Yes.
I'm just thrilled not to be depressed, and anything else is just icing on the cake.
Mm-hmm. Well, I would really encourage you. You got a great story, and you're very outgoing. start sharing with folks. I mean, your product should be free.
Okay.
You know, and there's so many people that you know, and now especially now that you know how well it works, for you to share it with. I mean, you can't throw a rock and not hit somebody that needs to know what you know.
Okay.
All righty. Okay. So her original concern was that stress, her eyes improved, and you didn't hear it in that recording, but she also reported that she had toenail fungus that went away. So here again, our focus isn't to try to cure any particular disease. Again, your body is way too good at that. We just want to support the body in the most important way, and that is increasing that cellular energy. Now it can do the kinds of things that it did when you were much younger.
Well, it just makes sense, Rodger, because when you think about the fact that every single cell has anywhere, like you were saying, 1,500 to 1,000 or more, well, 1,500, that's backwards, but 1,500 or more of these mitochondria in each cell of our body. And we have trillions of cells in our body. So if we can fire up those mitochondria to which we need for all kinds of things, everything you can think of. Like you're saying, the body is great at regulating itself. I mean, we were designed in a very perfect manner, able to rid ourselves of these things that plague us. But we haven't been fueling our body, and we've been being saturated with a lot of toxins. But this product actually apparently is able to help with all of that just by firing up those mitochondria and giving them the energy that they need so that it can focus on whatever the body needs at the time.
Exactly.
So I think that's pretty amazing.
Yep. So any questions you got for me, Gail, before we go?
I'll just take this off for now. I just think that I'm just very excited. I don't have any particular questions because I find this product amazing. I have used it myself, and I feel like it energizes me. I mean, I feel it all over when I do that and use it. Because, well, you can actually mix a little bit of the Rejuvenate with the
Yes, you can mix
Restore, correct?
You can mix the Rejuvenate with the Restore, and you can also put on some of the Restore on your skin and put the Rejuvenate with that Restore mixture on it on top of it. It really amplifies the benefit. We've had so many people report how much better their vision has gotten because of that. We had
maybe I can get rid of my glasses. I need to work on that.
We've had people who have actually done exactly that. I'm thinking about a young lady in Milwaukee. Always had glasses from elementary school, and once she was on our technology, she found herself leaving home forgetting her glasses and not having to go back and get them.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I hate wearing glasses, but I have to wear them or I can't read.
Yeah, and then when she went to get her driver's license renewed, it always had that sticker on, said she shouldn't drive without her glasses on. But her vision had improved so much, she no longer needed that restraint on her driving. She could drive without having glasses.
And what makes so much sense about that is, like you were saying about the eyes have a high concentration of mitochondria.
Yeah.
So feeding it. How did he figure out what was going to work to feed the mitochondria? Because they're a rather unique little organelle.
Well, that's a great question. So the science has been around for years. I guess he started this research back in 2012. But the science has been around for a long time, saying how important mitochondria were and various things that affected them. But the breakthrough really was the XDS technology that Dr. Elliott came up with to actually get the ingredients into the cells and even deeper again into the mitochondria where they can work. Because most of typical supplements you take end up in the toilet, right? They don't end up getting to where they need to go. And Dr. Elliott's just absolutely broken the code on that.
That's fantastic. And it really just makes so much sense. And I think it's a wonderful product. My son was able to use some for a while, and it was clearing up his acne. because he was having acne and has a horrible diet, but that's a whole nother story. But, it was still working because our body is capable of handling all these things when the mitochondria,
Yeah,
which
I mean,
is what feeds every cell.
right. Your son was like this young lady right here. He was having these issues with his skin, and you see the difference right there, and it didn't take that long because, your body can do this once you give the resources and deliver them properly, as our XDS technology does, to reverse that tipping point back in the right direction. So as a result, we've had, it's been sort of like biblical miracles. So our company's called MoreMito, as in more mitochondria. Sometimes I think we could have called it more miracles.
Yeah, really, that would be a good one because it is amazing. It really is.
We've literally had legally blind people regaining their sight. We've had deaf people getting their hearing back. We've had crippled people walking. I'm thinking about a young man up in Philadelphia who had born with cerebral palsy, never walked. He had hand crutches and everything, and if he was going north, he had one foot pointing east and the other pointing west. And they called me up and said, he's walking now. I took the train up from DC to Philadelphia. They met me in the 30th Street station there, and in walks Noel. So just amazing things happening.
And you know what? I guess people will have to experience it themselves in order to really believe it, because sometimes people, and that gives you the opportunity to try. I would encourage you to try and see what it does for you, because I found it amazing. It cleared a rash for me, cleared a rash for my son, and I just feel very energized when I use it. If I need feel a little more energized, I just I put some around on my skin. In various places, and of course I do appreciate what it does for your face as well.
I'll also point out that there's a pet version of this.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
And, so people who pets are really important to us. And,
yes, they are.
People who want their pets to be around and healthy as long as possible.
Oh, let me bring
should by all means try our Pet Life product. It's just,
let me make that bigger.
Okay, I can even make it bigger on my end.
Fantastic. Wow, because pets have problems too. Pets have been dying of cancer too. Pets have rashes and hot spots and problems like that. And if it works on us, basically we're a different kind of animal, but we're still an animal, really. And to help your animals, because like you said, I don't know what I'd do without mine.
Yeah, well, to your point, we've got a huge advocate in Ireland, Pet Sitters Ireland, Mick McQuillan and his wife Kate. They're the largest independently owned pet services company in Ireland and possibly in Europe. They introduced us to this lady here, Sandra Dunn, whose dog was recovering from kidney failure after using our product. The vets are giving up on it. So, again, more miracles. So, Gail, you've got your website and all, and you've got someone who's going to take calls for you. Perhaps you want to display that.
Yes, let me bring this back on. And it's in the description of the video here, that I have the website is www.moremito.gailofgaia.com, and the number is in the description, which I don't have right in front of me. And I can't access it at them.
Let me see if I don't have it myself. I think you might have sent it to me. Okay, so I think the number is 602. Maybe you can type it someplace. It's 602-291-5824.
I believe that's correct. If not, the phone number is in the description of this video, so please check the description for the number to call and the website to go to. The website is no problem, but if you got questions after going to the website, the 602 number would be someone, a good friend of mine that's helping with this. So
so here they need to just navigate to the home page, like I'm clicking here, go to the people products section right here, people products, and you can read about it, and you can get much more detail by clicking on either of these links. That'll bring you to the different PDF documents, and you can dig in here and look at all of them like we've been showing you about the products and the technology, and it's a pet product and whatnot. So there we have it.
yeah, you have the pictures, you have the testimonials, you have the list of ingredients and information about the technology. Everything is there on the website for you to look at. And like I said, I would really encourage you to try this, because I have been rather amazed, honestly, and from the testimonials, so have a lot of other people. So thank you so much, Rodger. I'm honored to be able to have the opportunity to carry this product as an affiliate, and perhaps we can do this again sometime with some more in different testimonials.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right. Well, thank you so much, and that'll be it for today. And I will run this a few times, and so more people see it.
Excellent. Take care.
Okay. Thank you so much.
All righty.
We have found our way. It's a brand new day, and we'll be making history. Are you with me? Won't you stay? We have come so far. This is who we are, and like the rising sun, we have just begun to play our part. This is the time we form the chorus. Lift your voice for those before us. We can rely on one another. Feel the pride, let's show our colors. We are heroes and dreamers. We are restless believers, stronger than ever. Never say never. Don't look back now, don't look back now. Stand with each other. We are sisters and brothers, finding our place and running the race. We'll take our chance and seize the moment. Hold on tight and don't let go of all your hopes and dreams that light the way. We control our fate. Destiny awaits. We are all the actors in the stories we create. Hope will be our guide. We'll no longer hide. When we roll like thunder, feel the wonder from inside. This is the time we form the chorus. Lift your voice for those before us. We can rely on one another. Feel the pride, let's show